Pleasure to be here. Good morning.
Thank you. There is no doubt that the Nigerian electorate, even in Kwara State, are becoming very, very politically conscious. And while we are aware that they are very politically conscious, there is this agitation in Kwara and some other places for zoning. The people are thinking of competence. They're not thinking about political loyalty. They're thinking of performance. Why do you think we should put aside the aspect of competence and begin to talk about zoning in this 21st century?
All right, thank you very much. I am not an advocate of zoning or rotational power in Nigeria or in our politics. I believe that competence should be our watchword. Our focus should be on result-oriented leadership that is focused or that is based on capacity, that is based on good antecedents, that is based on people in mind. That's what the kind of leadership I want, and that's what I've been advocating for. The idea of zoning for a very long time has been an elitist view that is usually popularized by people who have been part and parcel of a system that they think or they are complaining about today. So for me, zoning is not an option for us. We cannot go for zoning. There are a lot of developmental issues that needs to be addressed, and only competence can do that. Well, people would say zoning addresses equity, fairness, and the rest. Well, when you say equity, it means you are talking about exclusion. Exclusion from what? Have you been denied other positions, and how have you fared in the positions you've been given or you've been elected into in the past? So the idea of zoning should not be part of our conversation at this moment. Competence, integrity, and measurable antecedents in terms of achievement is what we should be looking at.
How would you say the Otoge movement in in Kwara State has shaped the political culture of Kwara State? Will you say that it has brought about good governance, or it just replaced a dominant structure with another?
Okay. The Otoge movement is one critical moment in our history as a state, and the next election in 2027 will be another second phase of a very defining moment in our history. Otoge movement came in and, of course, displaced a dynasty. However, the movement and the government, especially the present administration, has fallen short of expectations. You go to average Kwaran and you ask them about their perspective on governance, they are not satisfied. This is not what they expect. We have a government today, insecurity is ravaging everywhere from north to the south, and this is not what Kwarans have known all these years. Right now, as I speak to you, communities, more than 30 communities have been displaced in Kwara State. You go to Kwara North, 2 local governments are under siege. A local government in particular is under siege. But let's even say it's a national issue. The Lafiagi that hosts the divisional police headquarters of a local government, as we speak right now, they do not even have a patrol van. The police headquarters there only have 2 motorcycles. So you don't need a security expert to tell you this is a failure. This is a failure. You don't need anyone to tell you about that. So when you have failure in ordinary policing, community policing, and a lot of lapses are just bound to happen. And that's what we are facing. And now military presence and the rest, they're not helping. Insecurity everywhere. You talk about education. Nothing you could show when it comes to education. It's bad. Healthcare system, well, we're fairly not too bad, but go to grassroots, go to communities. You have primary healthcare centers without medical personnel, without drugs and the rest. So the Otoge movement has not lived to the expectation of the people.